A reminder now of our top story. Millions look to the skies to witness a solar eclipse over Britain and much of Europe.
Well, large parts of the southwest ended up with one of the best views of today's partial solar eclipse. This is how it looked from the roof of the BBC here in Plymouth using a special lens. This was captured by our cameraman Alex today, and it shows very clearly how the moon was moving across the sun there and creating that shadow which it did. It's one of those quirks of nature which has the power to stop thousands of people in their tracks. And judging by the pictures we've been sent today, many of you took the opportunity to watch. We've had some amazing pictures, haven't we?
We certainly have, yes. It was an event viewed by thousands, as Justin said, and hundreds of you took the trouble to share your wonderful pictures with us. Right across the region, the eclipse was visible, as these images prove. Nigel sent us this picture, complete with seagulls. Gary Benwell took his photo at the Royal William Yard in Plymouth. Chris Dutson spotted the eclipse through the clouds in Dorset. The pigeons posed nicely for Nick in Somerset, and David captured a rather moody scene over Dartmoor. Well, thanks for all your pictures. We have a gallery on our Facebook page where you can share your photos.
Well, the clear skies over much of the region made for almost perfect viewing conditions, as up to 90% of the sun's light was blocked out by the moon. Temperatures dropped by as much as 4 degrees Celsius and an eerie calm descended. Spotlight's Julia Peat was among the crowds gathered to witness one of nature's great spectacles.
Early morning and much of the southwest was shrouded in a fine mist. But with the sun clearly visible, hopes were high that we'd get a good view of the first major solar eclipse since 1999. In the far west, crowds gathered in Newlyn keen to get a first glimpse, and they weren't disappointed.
Even with the cloud, it's been pretty awesome. Really quite enjoyed it. We've been to see a few extra features on the surface of the sun using the telescopes here and that. So yes, really enjoyed it.
Well, what did you think of it?
Amazing!
Here at Truro High School for Girls, they set up mission control and carried out scientific experiments. Astronomers, teachers and pupils all keen to see what was happening.
We're absolutely amazed, really. With the temperature seems to be dropping all right, and the light levels are dropping, and there's great chunks coming out of the sun. One of the youngsters here said the sun is now smiling.
Well, what more could we ask for? Clear blue skies here in Truro. It may not be a total eclipse this time, but there's huge excitement here because none of these children were even born in 1999.
For all of us, this is our first eclipse, and I was thinking it was just going to be boring, but it's not. It's a lot cool.
At the beginning we said it was like a Pac-Man, didn't we?
Yeah.
With like a little bit missing, and then
a little bite taken
and
out,
now
yeah.
it's like almost like a whole cookie has been eaten.
Hey! Monty Ricks is just 12 and already has a GCSE in astronomy. He was 10 when he passed it and thought to be the youngest person ever.
It was really exciting, and you could feel the energy outside here and all the people rushing around doing experiments, taking photos and talking to each other, and it's just a great thing for astronomy.
A camera on the roof of the BBC in Plymouth captured the whole spectacle. While on Plymouth Hoe, amid a shortage of eclipse glasses, there were lots of homemade viewing devices in evidence.
4 pairs of glasses, the more the better. I couldn't get any of the solar glasses that they were giving away because they'd run out, so I just kind of used my initiative. The more you have, the better.
Nicola Kenyuk from North Devon was one person who had more eclipse glasses than she needed. She over-ordered and ended up enjoying a windfall after selling them on eBay.
It hasn't been as dark as we had thought it would be, but the temperature drop has been phenomenal. It's absolutely freezing at the moment in my garden. It's got to be near freezing. It's so cold.
At the Norman Lockyer Observatory in Sidmouth, they felt the cold too, but there was also relief and celebration here as the cloud cleared.
Oh, it's getting a little bit eerie at the moment. The birds are all sort of coming down to roost and things, so it's lovely. It's and getting very cold. We're very cold. I think we really need a hot chocolate rather than this, but yeah. We didn't bring any, so we're having bubbles instead.
There is some superb views of it, which is, like you say, can be once in a lifetime. worth taking the day off work.
Cheers! The eclipse! Yeah!
Well, that's the show over for now. The next partial eclipse like this isn't until 2026. And if it's a total eclipse you want to see, there isn't another one here for 75 years.
Thank you very much, David. And that's all from us. Our next update is at 10:30 tonight. But that's the end of Spotlight on a day that Mother Nature treated us to another spectacular display. We'll leave you with some of the highlights. Have a good weekend.
Bye-bye, good night.
All we can see is the sun just looks like a moon.
It makes you feel very tiny in regards to nature. It's just been wonderful.
4 pairs of glasses. I just kind of use my initiative. The more you have, the better.
Cheers! The eclipse! Yeah!